Good morning guys and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to take you through a kind of full day in the life of here in Dubai. What we're going to do, we're going to get up to a lot of regular things, we're going to go away, we're going to get up to some maybe things that you would think are pretty cool, maybe think are not cool, but at the same time I think one of the biggest things that I do want to keep this as realistic as possible, because at the same time I'm not just bringing a full day in the life to take you guys through all of these magical things that happens here in Dubai, because realistically that's not it, and that's not something that I want to make sure that I'm putting in this video, because I think as well, as you guys all know, obviously, we're not here for anything like that kind of stuff. Obviously, there's a lot going on. We're being able to chill. We're being able to do a lot of cool things as well. But at the same time, keeping things as realistic as possible and taking you guys through a full day in the life of me on prep, Sarah not on prep, here in Dubai. So, of course, I will take you guys through as much as possible. As you would have seen, got up, got everything done. I got straight on with my check-ins because, of course, I don't put in any food until I get a few check-ins done, because I kind of feel lethargic if I get something like oats or something like that in, and I kind of feel as if that I'm not as productive with work. So I get a chunk of work out of the way, between maybe 6 and 10 check-ins out the way first, and then what I'll do is I'll get my oats, my first meal in which you would have just seen there, which had a big fat scoop and a half of my peanut salted caramel AGF protein in it. So I'm going to take that in, and then what happens next is I crack on with a few more check-ins, and then after that, that is when we kind of move on and we will look to train, because we're actually training a little bit earlier in the day now here, just because it's suiting us a lot better. It feels a lot more optimal, and again, the gym is a little bit cooler, it's a little less busier, and throughout the day it does get very, very, very warm here, in which it's just like, it's not the best conditions to be able to train in, and again, to train as efficient as possible, because obviously that's the goal here. It's just definitely not the most best thing on the planet, so that's why we've been training a lot earlier in the day, and actually just after one meal, which again is something that's took a few days to get used to, because I'm used to training after 3, 4, sometimes 5 meals, and after training with only one meal in the system, it feels a little bit different. But we've took some successful sessions so far, especially on like a deadlift session or a leg session, for that matter. I was able to take 5 plates for 10 reps back on a barbell squat, which again is something that is something I've not done for quite a while. So it's cool to be able to know that even after one meal, I can still train efficiently, I can still train hard, I can still train heavy, but all is good. So apart from that, I am just going to crack on with my first meal, then it'll be time for some more check-ins, and then I will just catch up with you guys in the next clip. As I run you through my kind of day in the life here, obviously you would have seen that I got up and obviously I worked almost immediately before I even got any food in, which is again the exact same routine as what I would keep in at home. Now this is something that again I would most definitely recommend, that if you're going away and you're already kind of formed into a routine and you find that your routine is what keeps you on plan, it keeps you on track, which is most definitely something that can keep a lot of people on track. That is something that most definitely keeps me on track, I know that for sure. So me moving away, or me kind of coming to a different country and obviously being here for an extended period of time, the biggest goal for me has simply just been to stay on track and keep my daily routine in, keep it pretty much the exact same, or to an extent as the exact same as possible. So obviously I would get up, I would work before I ate, and obviously all my food's prepped, so I don't need to get up and make my check-in. I don't need to prep my food the night before, because obviously all my food is cooked. Now I am just moving on to my second meal of the day, which again is my sweet potato, as you can see in here. And we also have some plain chicken breast in here, which of course is just my normal meal plan. Now this is pretty much the same. I'm not going to cover like all my foods, because it's pretty impossible to do a full day of eating in Dubai, because obviously I'm not having any off plans. My food is the exact same: oats, chicken sweet potato, chicken white potato, and then of course my AGF shakes, which you can see right there. One thing I did pick up was this ultra red Monster. Now the biggest thing with Monster is Monster doesn't actually exist in Dubai. Like you simply can't find it anywhere. It's like one of the most hardest things to find. So it's pretty much non-existent. It's pretty much impossible to find. But in the gym where we're training at Banus, we actually sourced a shop up the stairs in which they do sell around 3 or 4 different kinds of Monster, Rain, Bang, all the energy drinks. I believe Bang is actually one of the biggest drinks here. I was able to source Ultra Red, which again is the most elite Monster on the planet. Like it is by far the very top, it is by far the best, and no matter how many new flavours come out, I genuinely think that they'll never top the red. But back onto what I was talking about, routine, keeping routine whenever you're away, that's most definitely the biggest thing on the planet. Training in Banus at 5 PM or afterwards, it is ram-packed, it's crazy, it's so busy, and again it's so warm, whereas earlier on in the day it's so much more kind of quieter, it's not as warm, and again, you can get on what you want and you're not being like surrounded by a million people, which again is sometimes pretty much one of the best things about being in a gym. So of course the gym is amazing. We've got on well with obviously all our training sessions, everything has went to plan, but aside of that, that's just one thing that I wanted to include in this video. We're going to head to the beach today, but as well, being in routine and coming away and having all your food prepped allows you to do things like this. And this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. If you do enjoy it, of course, then please do not forget to drop the video a like for me, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's get on with this day. That's quite gutting, because anybody that knows that I'm a massive fan of like a flat press, and when we came in here everything's like literally Atlantis, so there's some really good pieces of kit, and I immediately seen the flat press and I was like, right, we're definitely going to have to do that, but it bottoms out far too early, and like your full range of motion is probably not even at 90 degrees, which on something like a flat chest press it requires a lot of active range of motion, and making sure that you can get it spot on is something you need to make sure. And unfortunately it bottoms out too quick, so we're probably just going to move to a flat barbell, but there is an incline chest press which we might try, but I'm quite gutted. I must admit I am gutted about this flat chest press, but it's what it is, we just move on. That's far better. We move to the king of all chest presses, a good old flat barbell bench. Nobody's ever big enough for a flat barbell bench, and nobody's ever good enough for a flat barbell bench, so never neglect it. We can't really come in with any expectations, just purely down to the fact that we're not using the exact same kit on absolutely everything. So again, different bars, different plates, different equipment in general, different atmosphere, different environment, everything comes into play. So one thing that you definitely have to take from this is coming to new gyms or attending new gyms, unless you know you're going to be in the exact same environment and using the exact same kit, you can't go in with any expectations, because if you do and you try and progress what you have been progressing in somewhere that you've been in for years and years and years, 7 days a week, and you've logbooked out of there forever, and you try and progress what you've been doing and it doesn't go to plan, you'll let that dictate your week, you'll be disheartened about it, you'll be disappointed about it, and you just can't allow that to happen. So don't go in with any expectations, just hit it as hard as you can, get in, get out, and then move back on to what you know. Got the good old rapid recovery in here. So, post-workout every single day, 2 scoops of my chalky biscuit rapid recovery, in which, like I said, goes down after every single training session. Now today we were able to box off chest and shoulders just all in one session. Again, what we started off was just isolation chest, isolation shoulders, and then into compounds, and then again finishing on isolations just to kind of hit it from all angles and make sure that we can get all the work done that we needed. But now the biggest thing is we're at Train Beach Club here, and which is pretty weird because outside of the gym it's got like this crazy setup with a swimming pool and everything like that, and it's just absolutely madness because I've never been here, I've never been to anywhere like this my whole entire life. And as a recommendation from Brandon, this is where we came, and we've only got a few days left here, so we thought why not come here today, in which we have done so. We have trained, we're ready to chill, the pool just looks unbelievable, the whole setup looks unbelievable. We're in the Dubai area and you're not even close to here, I would definitely recommend getting here. But yeah, we're off to chill, time for food, rapid recovery's going in, training's done, let's just get on with this day. Thing that I literally dislike the most in life is sand, and I think it's just because it goes in everywhere. It goes in my shoes, it goes in just everywhere. But we haven't travelled to Dubai to not attend the beach, and the beach is probably one of the most nicest places I must admit I've seen, although I hate the sand, and although
you don't ever wanna give me wings, you don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing, I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing.
2,000 years later.